Talk Ladies, and today is August the 5th, 2020, and we're going to be talking about Impact Wrestling. If you guys see a little teary on my eyes, it's because what happened at the end of Impact Wrestling. Maybe you guys will know when you guys watched it last night, because I didn't watch it last night. I watched it today, and a lot of things happened last night. So, ladies and gentlemen, the pay-per-view they have that's going to be happening in 2 weeks. That's going to be on Access TV. I believe it's a pay-per-view. I think they're doing the same thing what they did with Fyter Fest with AEW. They didn't put it as a pay-per-view that like you have to pay for it. It's just going to be on Impact Wrestling, the normal tapings or whatever they do. That's what they're going to do, but they're going to have this pay-per-view happening. Like I said, Deonna Purrazzo will be defending her title against Jordynne Grace. I believe the tag team titles will be on the line as well, with Motor City Machine Guns versus the North for the tag titles, I think. I really don't know. Well, first match, we had the 2 World Championships on the line last night, and it was Moose defending his TNA World Heavyweight Championship against Heath. Not Heath Slater, it's just called Heath. And it was a pretty decent match, and people thought it was going to be ended. Well, technically there was no people there, but Josh Matthews thought it was over. But ladies and gentlemen, after Moose accidentally hit the ref and then did a low blow, and then that's how he gets the win, and Heath is not part of the Impact Wrestling roster yet. Oh man, it's just like WWE, man. It's just like WWE. Remember when Heath has to try to get himself in by try to win matches? He will get in there. He will. Then we had the Wrestle House continues, and of course now Taya is trying to make something happen because she is kind of stuck in the Wrestle House until Johnny Bravo gets a hint from Rosemary. That's what she told Kandy Ray. And then Susie and Cousin Jake looks like they like each other, like they want to date each other. But Susie, she's a monster. Remember, she's too young. She doesn't know what love is, and Alicia Edwards is trying to tell her what love is. And then Johnny Swinger says, "I'm not playing hard to get, because it looks like you wants Eddie Edwards' wife." But Alicia Edwards says, "I am married," and she said, "You're ew." And then we get a handicap match because Johnny Swinger says, "I can handle both of you, Susie and Alicia Edwards." And then again, Tommy Dreamer says, "Match time." Then we got a handicap match with Alicia Edwards teaming up with Susie to verse Johnny Swinger with Cody Deaner as special guest referee, and he's drinking on the job. That man. But it was a pretty decent match, not bad. Of course, Johnny Swinger really didn't hit the women. He's not allowed. That's bad. It's not like what happened to Alexa Bliss. But, ladies and gentlemen, of course, Alicia Edwards and Susie gets the win after a double Russian leg sweep, and then did a splash onto Johnny Swinger, double splash, and they both pinned Johnny Swinger to get the win. There we go with that. Then we had Eddie Edwards versus Sammy Cohen. He did issue an open challenge. Sammy Cohen accepted the challenge, and then he got attacked before the match because of Robin Tam, because what happened last week of the revealing of the pictures of Katie Forbes of her website, and Sammy Cohen put his face over the face of Katie Forbes on the pictures, and they weren't happy. But Sammy Cohen still did the match, and it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it, but the winner of the match and still your world championship champion after the Boston Knee Party was Eddie Edwards. Then we had another Wrestle House match. It will be Kandy Ray versus Rosemary, because Kandy Ray kind of wants to leave because she is the North contender to the Knockouts Championship, and she is kind of stuck in the Wrestle House just like everybody else is. Like Taya, she wants to get out, but she got scared by Abyss. and Flaming Room from last week. And then she told Kandy Ray that something about Rosemary and Johnny Bravo kissed. And Rosemary got really upset, Taya got upset, and she called Tommy Dreamer. Rosemary called Tommy Dreamer to say match time, to make a match between Kandy Ray and Rosemary. Pretty decent match. It was actually longer than the other matches. Pretty decent. And then Rosemary had the upper hand. They were playing a little joke as well, and say, "I got your nose." You know that little trick that you do with little kids? "I got your nose," and they said, "Give me my nose." It was a little funny, not bad. But, ladies and gentlemen, Rosemary had the upper hand, and then she heard, because Johnny Bravo left the Wrestle House, and then he came back to cheer on Rosemary, and Rosemary got a super kick and lost the match. Tyler Valkyrie was the referee, if you guys didn't notice that. And then they had a conversation. Rosemary and Johnny Bravo had a conversation, and they're going to go behind the back of Tyler Valkyrie and have a, date? They're going to have a relationship behind Taya's back, because they think Taya will get angry if she finds out. So what's going to happen? Will they actually be girlfriend and boyfriend? Or something's going to happen? I don't know. And if Taya Valkyrie finds out, what happens? Then we had a tag team main event. TJP and Volleyball versus Wohi and the X Division champion. Pretty decent match. Chris Bay, I guess Chris Bay did allow a screen because that was all over the internet. But it was a pretty decent match. But the winner of that match was TJP and Volleyball getting the win. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I was a little upset. But I know it's not going to happen. I think it's going to have a match between these two. But, ladies and gentlemen, Rich Swann came out, talk about the attack at Slammiversary with Eric Young. He came back, and then he got re-injured because Eric Young got eliminated out of the match, and then he attacked Rich Swann's leg, the leg that he was hurt before in January, and then he came back in Slammiversary, and then he get his leg got smashed again, and then he made his announcement saying that if his life will change if he goes back to the ring, because it was some luck that the first injury healed up, that he could come back to Slammiversary, but the second he might not wrestle ever again. So he announced that he is retiring of wrestling, and everybody came, all his friends and his family, Willie Mack, Eddie Edwards, Kimberly, referees, Rhino, the Rascals, Suicide, all of those guys came out, and some woman I've never seen. Oh, maybe that's the interviewer, I forgot her name. I'm sorry to say, but I forgot her name. Oh, and they were smacking onto the ring to do some respect for Rich Swann, and later on they helped him out of the ring because Rich Swann is on crutches. And then he went on top of the ramp, and then here comes Eric Young, elbows him down, and then smacks Rich Swann's leg with the crutch, Rich Swann's crutch. And he ran away when the rest of the roster chased him up, and then you hear Rich Swann screaming in pain. But what's going to happen next? Will we see Rich Swann get his revenge on Eric Young? We will find out. Ladies and gentlemen, next week there's going to be a tag team knockouts, no disqualification match. Jordan Grace will go one-on-one with Kimberly. Once again, I hate that. We have Nevaeh and Havoc will be versing Kira Hogan and Tasha Steelz again. That's the no disqualification match. Eddie Edwards will have another open challenge for his world championship. But if you guys didn't know about Goodfathers, they got set up as well because their car door was open and was full of beer, their brand of beer, and then the sheriff came out and says it's illegal to have drink and drive and all that stuff. And Ace Austin and Madman Fulton came out, and Luke Gallows pushed Ace Austin against the car. He elbowed Madman Fulton away, and then he accidentally hit the sheriff, and Luke Gallows got arrested. And then Carl Anderson was talking to Luke Gallows backstage on the phone, and then he got attacked by Ace Austin and Madman Fulton because Luke Gallows was in jail. So that happened there. Let's see what happens next between those teams, or those 4 guys that's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. But if you guys enjoyed this video, that's all for me today and the results. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And there was another update for NXT. Dexter Lumis, he was injured. He might not be in NXT TakeOver 30 in that ladder match. We don't know yet. We don't know if he's not competing. Let's see what we find out. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tonight for NXT results. Bye!